Hi, hello. Today I wanted to introduce you a scenario that, for example, previously I have this diagram, like big IP as a external south-north node balancer to the Kubernetes pod through the Cilium tunnel, and each Kubernetes node runs a Cilium agent. So we also have a bash script here in this little block to manage the Cilium BPF tunnel map. Basically, just update the BPF tunnel map with the big IP VXLAN, VTEP, and a VNI information. So, but there is a problem here for this kind of deployment, which is we are using a bash script to manually update each node for the Cilium BPF tunnel map. So when you have a situation like if the Cilium agent pod crashed or got deleted for some reason, or even the whole Kubernetes node rebooted, then we have to do the bash script again to manually update the node Cilium BPF tunnel map. So this is so this could be a traffic interruption. We have to do it manually, and so I have been making some improvement with this diagram here. So now we have a even more complicated diagram here. Like we have an active big IP and a standby big IP as a pair for redundancy. And if you notice the changes here, and that is now we still have a Cilium agent pod running in each node, Kubernetes node, and now I don't have the bash script, a little block here anymore. So we still have a CIS, F5 CIS to manage the Kubernetes resources and use that to configure the big IP virtual server. So each big IP has a CIS pod running for it. And the improvement here is when the node started, or even the Cilium agent pod got redeployed or restarted, we hope the Cilium agent pod will automatically update the big IP VXLAN subnet, tunnel subnet, and the VTEP map, and the VNI information. So in this way, the Cilium agent pod automatically has the tunnel information for the big IP, so we don't get traffic interruption. And once the Cilium agent start up. So I can do a demo for the improvement. And so here is my Kubernetes control node. Right now, I don't have Cilium agent running, so I have not deployed a Cilium agent. So I'm going to deploy Cilium agent now. So that's the old Cilium agent image I'm going to deploy to just demonstrate the crash problem. Like say if I just manually delete one Cilium agent pod, and then I have to run the bash script again to update the tunnel map. So I have this bash script to run this bash script to update the big IP tunnel information. So I can show you this bash script. So basically, we take the big IP tunnel information as a command line input, and then we use the Cilium BPF tunnel map or Cilium BPF tunnel update command to update the big IP tunnel information. Before I used the BPF tool. So this is an improvement. We don't use the BPF tool anymore. I added the Cilium BPF tunnel update command for more user-friendly usage. Okay, so now I'm going to run this script. Okay. Tunnel. Yes. Yes. So this is one bash script. I add a big IP tunnel subnet here for one big IP, and that's the big IP VLAN self IP. This is a Flannel VXLAN interface MAC address. This is VNI value 2 for this big IP. Okay. So this is for this big IP, the tunnel subnet. Let's add it. So you can see here, I have two nodes here, and each node has the big IP tunnel information added in the tunnel map. So this is another Cilium agent pod, has the big IP added here. For this big IP, so we have another big IP here. And we also needed to add this big IP. So let's add this one. And that's the subnet. And the MAC address. The MAC address here is the Flannel VXLAN interface MAC address. So now you notice both big IP are added in the BPF tunnel map, right? So now we should be able to pin the Kubernetes pod from the big IP. Let's find the pod here. This is the pod. Let's pin from this big IP. And it should work. Right? It works, the pin works. Now we can pin this, do the same on the second big IP. So it's also working, right? But what if I want to delete the so right now, if I delete all the Cilium agent pod just to simulate Cilium agent pod crash, and so the Kubernetes should automatically start a new Cilium agent, right? The problem with this though, let's just run another script to monitor the new Cilium agent pod. Just wait for it to come up. And by the way, so now from the big IP, hold on. So now the new Cilium agent pod is up, and we can see there is no more big IP tunnel information, right? Just there's no more big IP subnet tunnel information. And if we ping from the big IP, it does not work anymore, right? So then we have to run the bash script again to manually update each node with the big IP tunnel information. So that's not optimal. So that's the improvement I made here. If we delete the deployment, big IP, the Cilium deployment, the original one, and we can have a new Cilium deployment here. I put it in a YAML file. So this is the new improvement I made in here. So I added 5 more Cilium agent argument or options to. So this is the information you can put in the Cilium config map. If you use the Cilium YAML file to deploy. So I created this YAML file from Cilium Helm template, and it has a Cilium config map. So in this config map, we can set our options, you know, and so here tunnel is VXLAN, and these 5 options is what I added here. What it is, like enable external VXLAN collectivity, set it to true, and then with these 4 options, for example, this one, external VXLAN endpoint, we can add multiple endpoint IP addresses. So In this case, this is a 2 big IP VLAN self IP for the VXLAN endpoint. So this is for the tunnel subnet on the big IP, external VXLAN setter. And so the match to each big IP. And this is the MAC address, the final VXLAN interface MAC address. And so this is the VNR value. We recommend to use 2 for each other. And so this is a new improvement. Okay. So now I'm going to deploy this new image. Okay. So in this case, we no longer need to run the bash script. And we should have the big IP tunnel information automatically added. So we just run this monitor bash script to just check the BPF tunnel map. So we are still waiting for the Cilium agent to come up. So once Cilium agent come up, you can see here, we have 2 big IP tunnel information added in the tunnel map. If we run it again, we should see another, we should see both Cilium agent pod has the big IP tunnel map added, right? So if we ping the pod from big IP, it should automatically works, right? From both big IP, right? So this is so we achieved the active standby scenario. We also achieved less traffic interruption in case if one of your node, Kubernetes node or Cilium agent pod crashed or restarted for some reason. We don't need to manually run bash script to update the BPF tunnel map. And of course, you still can use the Cilium BPF tunnel update command to manually remove a tunnel map entry. You can still use the Cilium BPF tunnel command. But this way, we add an extra capability for the Cilium agent pod to automatically configure the tunnel map for big IP or any external VXLAN device you want to have Cilium tunnel connectivity. Okay, so thanks for watching. Bye-bye.